I don't know why I'm laughing, but I think it must be to do with the Scorpio stellium piling up for you guys, Taurus. Heavy duty. So anyway, this is Terra Illumination, all right? That's Terra Illumination. That's you, Taurus, and this is your general kind of generic broad spectrum spiritual report for October 2018. Now, October, you're thinking of like, okay, that's like Libra season. So what's that got to do with Taurus, Well, you just came out of the Libra Aries, you know, full moon at the end of September, and we've got the new moon early October. But towards the end of the month, we've got the Taurus moon and the Scorpio sun, okay? And we got the stellium. Oh my gosh. So hang in, Taurus, all right? Cards are well shuffled in advance, okay? But I want to go to the very last second so that you're a witness, and then we'll get into the reading itself. Hold on, before we do that, I'm going to share like we did with everyone else. Okay, this is just some calendar moments. Please tolerate Terra Illumination and our little indulgences here. This is the October 8, 2018 calendar from Astro Doodles. Okay, so the calendar moments, straight off, October the 1st, Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. That's going to be nice for you, but it's going to be so subterranean that you might not even know what's happening. On a global sense, you might notice it. Anyway, October 6th, Venus goes retrograde in Scorpio, the planet of love and relationship, in your 7th house, opposition of relationship, primary one-on-one, marriage partners, business partners, bitter enemies, one-on-ones that are where there's nowhere to hide. Venus is going there retrograde, the planet of value, the planet of values, the planet of money, very, very intense, okay? So you might be getting exposed to some very intense experiences going into the very plunging depths of your most important relationships, okay? So where does that lead? Okay, so, and Jupiter's there going to be as well. So like opening up, okay, really expanding the spirituality, going deep into the psychological and emotional depths, okay? Next, we have October 8th, the new moon in Libra, okay? So that's going to be like in your 6th house of health. So it's like new beginnings, new habits, new ways of clarifying, refining, purifying your life, your habits. Get rid of old habits, okay? Through September, that Virgo Pisces thing, you might have been dealing with a lot of stuff to do with get rid of old habits and create new habits. Okay, October 10th to 12th, the Scorpio stellium, it starts piling up. Dun, 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 dun. Opposition. So what is facing you? What is facing you, especially in relationships? You might feel obstacles because when you get full opposition like that, sometimes you can feel as though you're staring at a mountain or a massive brick wall or insurmountable object or something. What does it all mean? October 24th, the full moon, Sun in Scorpio, Taurus moon, right in your face, okay? Full on opposition. By this time, Sun has already gone into your 7th house, okay? Adding to the stellium here, October 26th, the Scorpio stellium in maximum expression here. So hang in, Taurus, okay? I'll just show you that on an Astro Doodle. I didn't bother to put much of anything into this chart for this month except for the big Scorpio stellium over here. So for you, I'll tweak it, especially just for you, Taurus, so it looks like this. Taurus on the horizon, Scorpio on the opposition, right over here, the axis of relationship, okay? And Sun in Libra, okay, which is going to be over here in your 6th house. Relationships. So what's happening in your relationships, and then what's happening going at the very depths of your relationships? How are you valuing others? How are others valuing you? And it's all happening at the same time of the big Uranus and Taurus journey that's just begun for the next 7 years. Oh no. Oh, while I have your attention, one more thing just quickly. Links, buttons, etc., information, Terra Illumination membership, okay? Go to the button up there. Go to the links below. Personal readings, see the links below. First Friday healing event, October the 5th, see the links below. Go shopping, Tarot Illumination stuff and goodies, links below. Books, links below. See the beautiful satin silk scarf, links below. Okay, you got it? All right, let's get on with it, people. Thank you for your indulgence, Taurus. We're going to go to the last second here. I hope you're having a wonderful month whenever you find this. Please do the cross-watching for your significant others. Also for yourself, please indulge yourself. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising, especially if they're all different, because that gives you a better chance of making sense of all of this. Sometimes it sounds like nonsense, but it's just a question of, is this the right thing for you? Okay? All right, so cards are pretty much done here. We're going to go for it. Going to go for it. No jumpers, no flyers, none of that. No reversals. Okay? Please also, Taurus, bring in your invisible friends. Okay? Guardian angels, archangels, all of that. Team effort here. Okay? Bless the cards, bless this deck, bless you, Taurus, bless Tarot Illumination, and all the electricity that makes this happen. Okay. So over here, at the very core, the heart needs what it needs, it wants what it wants, and it's praying that you, dear Taurus, know that and understand and listen to get a better chance of being synced up between your conscious, waking, decision-making self and your core heart energy that operates through the limbic system. Okay, now if you want to put your whole freaking life on autopilot, you can, and then everything else that seems to happen, you could call it fate. Okay, but if you are a conscious participant, like a lot of us here at Tarot Illumination, then you will see that it really helps to have your conscious self synced up with your heart. You know, all the other chakras, great, but this is the one that counts, okay? Without this, the rest of it doesn't matter. What are you bringing in with you? Are you stressed about? Are you pleased? Are you in wonder? What's going on? Over here, the ever-present now, this is where we own our power through this time season, okay? Forget about the past, forget about the future. Stay here now. That's where your power is. You might be feeling as though you're getting really, really, really pulled apart, like hog-tied, stretched from wrist to wrist, ankle to ankle, ankle to wrist, ankle to wrist, wrist to ankle, all of that, because like the Mars thing is still very, very stressful on you, and there's all the opposition from all that Scorpio stuff. And Uranus and Taurus is right in your sign. So that's a lot for you Tauruses to handle, okay? It would be very tempting for you to not be here, to escape, okay? So let's just say you are in the now. We have to execute your evolution through the healing power of your decisions, okay? The most loving thing to do is to love thyself, okay? And everything emanates from there. But how do we do that effectively so that it actually works? So it's like a formula, okay? So you're not living haphazard, uh, just randomly and just waiting for stuff to happen and then you're just reacting. You're consciously, deliberately formulating your own evolution, and so doing create consequences over here. Okay, so what does that look like? And now let's just say you do wig out, or you don't understand what we're talking about here, and you think everything is just like preordained and you don't have any say, and you just give up on your power. What does that look like? What does it look like when you're in the power and you're facing the vast unknown, knowing how scary it is, but you make your loving decisions anyway? What does that look like? Over here, prospects and momentum, okay, for the next beat. Creating auric energy here, like a heart, which creates auric energy outside of you, like your golden aura, okay? Which is what's best for the world. What's the weather like? Let's have a look. Okay, Three of Wands. My feeling is that there's a lot of energy building up here for you, Taurus, through October, and it's going to culminate, especially towards the end of the month, with those things we talked about in the Astro Doodles, okay? You're starting to see the consequence of decisions that you've already made in your life, okay? Maybe from the last few months, maybe from the eclipses, maybe from the last few years, okay? Think of the 7-year journey to get here through Uranus and Aries, okay? And you're starting to see like, oh my gosh, this is how life works. You can actually see it. Attention and energy flows where attention goes. And when you focus on like loss, failure, or escapism, guess what happens? You lose, and you have to keep getting into a land of escape, which doesn't help anybody. What happens when you choose to engage and tap into your courage and consciously participate in your destiny? You get outcomes, okay? self-generated outcomes. All right, let's have a look. What's going on at the core heart of you? Okay, and you're realizing deep down it's all about you. The only person who can figure this out is you. Okay, so this is not a love and relationship. Okay, it's a reading or a spread. That's a whole other playlist coming soon. So for the time being, it realizes that you have to realize that it's like it's like discovering that you are the source of your own wisdom, that you have to go deep within. I think this is very much to do with Jupiter in Scorpio, the Venus in Scorpio, and the Sun in Scorpio coming up, which is going to draw you deep, 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 deep into thyself, perhaps as reflected to you from another. But that's just more like a backdrop, like scenery. It's still ultimately, this is all about you having to go deep within, because the answers that you need can only be found within. And then you realize how awesome you are and how you are your own guiding light. And in so doing, become a guiding light for others. You are guided and you're protected here. Okay? And so let's have a look. What are you bringing in with you? Okay, the Knight of Swords. Okay, it looks to me like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself to carve out and cut away uh, that which is good for you, and almost ruthlessly eliminating anything and everything that is not good for you in terms of attitudes, perceptions, consciousness, spiritual awakenings, your connection with divine inspiration coming into your life from up above. And like, please help anybody who gets in your way. Okay, this is really, really, to me, this feels very, very strong energy, almost being driven to make good with who you are, what you have in terms of knowledge and wisdom already, and let's say not only get onto a path of ascension, so to speak, but your path of ascension, not someone else's, not something that you had to hijack or customize or piggyback anywhere else. It's your path, your journey, and you're the only one who can figure it out. And of course, it helps to have some kind of reflection, perhaps from Tarot Lumination and all this, to give the reassurance that you are on path, so that you, however much destiny you've created for yourself already, there is so much more to come, but it requires staying this focused and staying very, very true, like spiritually honest, spiritually true, emotionally honest, true to your very, very soul. Okay? That's a lot of pressure. It looks like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to do this, Taurus. What about now? Okay, and in so doing, it's almost fierce. It's almost fearsome. Okay, the amount of work you're doing on yourself here. It looks like with the Death card, it's, you already know that it's almost like you're facing into the abyss, where whatever is not working for you, whatever, whoever, uh, whatever it might be, locations, people, concepts, beliefs, understandings, commitments, whatever it is, whatever needs to go has to go. And if you don't do that consciously, it will be sliced away for you. Okay? Remember, we're still living in the aftermath of the Leo Aquarius eclipses. All right? So please allow for that. I think this resonates very loudly with Jupiter in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, and the Sun in Scorpio. It's very strong energy here. So I'm asking you, Taurus, to brace yourself. I think you know this already. It's just that maybe you needed to hear it from Tarot Illumination, okay? And don't take this personally. The worst thing you could do is take this personally. The best thing you could do is treat this as extremely powerful form of vibrational energy healing coming right at you in your face. Like, it's almost like there's nowhere to hide. You can't dwell in the past. You can't escape in the present. You can't project it into the future. You could try, but it's just going to be like a huge waste of time and energy. You're just going to create a lot of time, pain for yourself down the road. So forget it. What about the energy of your decisions, okay? Because it is through the energy of your decisions that you activate your evolution, okay? So you have the Five of Wands here. My feeling is that it's almost like you're deliberately dropping yourself in it, knowing that you're going to go deep, knowing that you don't have a choice, knowing that you're going to be almost like calling yourself out here on your own spiritual authenticity, your own truth, your own like wisdom and knowledge and belief about how the universe and heaven really works in your life. Okay, and it might be very challenging because we are dealing with like oppositions, but extremely amplified. Jupiter expands, okay? So if there's the Taurus energy over here, there's the Scorpio energy. Well, let's put it around. There's the Taurus energy here. There's the Scorpio energy over here. Well, I don't see it that way. Sorry. Here's the Taurus energy. There's a Scorpio energy, but it's in full opposition. But it's really amplified because of the Sun and Jupiter. Then it's going to take you to the max of your abilities to make the decision that you know you have to make. So it could be really, really in your face, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Well, you allow it to happen, okay? It's almost like, say, bring it on, like, dear angels, dear heaven, just bring it on. Please bring me that which is mine. Please remove that which is not mine. I surrender, okay? And that's an incredible act of humility here to do that. So how do you do this effectively? So you can like learn from this and grow from this, okay? Well, you do it with full earnesty, knowing that you're investing in the future here with the Four of Coins. It's like you're starting to build a whole new foundation, like a spiritual foundation, a relationship foundation, a new structure, a new power base in your world, where you're taking all your talents, all your gifts, all your resources, everything that you value about yourself, everything that others value about you, everything that you value about others, and you're putting it all like in this, you know, box, shaking it all up, turning it into a formula, which turns into this beautiful, solid, uh, like uh, like power base. Okay, okay, and that's worth holding on to. All right. Consequently, what does that look? Uh, what's that? The Six of Cups. So we have a little Six of Cups here. So my feeling here is that what we've just we just saw that. Okay, forget that for a moment. Everything that we just talked about here, the energy of the solidarity of you, the solitude of you, the commitment to your own truth, allowing yourself to go through the deep transformation, knowing that's going to be a challenge and you're going to rise to the challenge. And it's going to create, by doing it, by treating this as an investment program, you're going to be knowingly, consciously creating new foundations going forward here. Okay, it's deeply transformational what's happening here. So consequently, with the Six of Cups, my feeling is that this thing here for your own personal internal journey can only happen in the context of a deeply intimate relationship with a significant other or with significant others who can reflect this back to you so that you actually understand. As much as this is your own journey, this experience cannot happen well, it can only happen most effectively in the context of a very deeply loving relationship that you could call a soulmate relationship, where it's a full-on commitment at the soul level. Okay, so you wouldn't have to worry about like anything untoward happening in that department because it's almost like you're creating the foundations for soulmate type structures, soulmate relationships here, which would trump every other type of relationship. So what happens if you wig out, you say, oh, I can't handle this. This is just too freaking weird. Terra Illumination is off his rocker. It's way too over the top. You give up. You think, I'm just going to go and drink champagne and I'm going to eat my favorite food. I'm going to get my massages and spas and I'm just going to do what I like to do, which like, you know, the stuff that makes me happy, or I'm just going to escape. I don't care what it is. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, it's just like you lose the balance. It's like it's like throwing money away with the Six of Coins here. It looks to me like the whole idea is to create harmony and balance, like physical evidence of harmony and balance in your life by going through this massive transformational experience here. And that will take time. I think this is a long-term thing here. And what happens is when you stay in the zone and you allow yourself to be challenged, you allow yourself to go deep, you allow yourself to be transformed, and you allow this to happen in the context of deeply loving, significant other relationships, knowing that the way to do it is to treat it as building new foundations. You create harmony and balance where you have so much wealth that you can share that with others in such a way that it reciprocates and then feeds back to you. Okay? So it's good breeds good. And let's have a look, prospects and momentum over here. So the magician, so it's like what's happening is you're creating, like by using like three-dimensional gifts, you're starting to create talents and gifts in the spiritual realm, where the magician energy here is indication that it's almost like by going so deep within, allowing for this to happen, you attain high levels of mastery in terms of what I think of as spiritual capability, spiritual evolution, spiritual wisdom, which you know you can do whatever you want with that. It's like it's up to you. The thing is that this, to me, it feels it contains a lot of almost what I would think of as wizardry when you combine this with this. So if you want to put your wizard cloak on, go for it, and allow that. You have a lot of power at your disposal by allowing yourself to go through this and allowing yourself to be transformed. It's almost like you are actively taking going up a whole step in your spiritual ascendancy. Okay, so to me, that's really good news. It might be a lot to handle. Okay, it might be like you might become in awe of yourself, like, seriously, Terra Illumination, are you see this happening? Well, we're doing it in steps. Okay, remember, Taurus, this is beat by beat, beat by beat at the heart over here. Whereas this whole thing spreads over the month, and then this whole thing beyond that creates the aura outside of you, which is enduring. Think of yourself as a glowing disco ball of love. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what we try to do at Terra Illumination, is capture all your energy as effectively as possible and turn yourself into an almost egoless type of entity where you're just simply glowing as this disco ball of love. And it's in the context of significant others where you start to see your own light here, where you realize, wow, I can actually do this. I can actually do this. I have all the elements at my disposal, earth, air, fire, and water, all the pentacles, the cups, the wands, the swords, all of it is there for me. Wow, I had no idea. Wow, that's so cool. Look at me. Huh. I wonder if anybody understands me yet. I wonder, maybe I should delve deeper into relationships where I get the understanding. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, Taurus, allow yourself to do that. I think these soulmates or this soulmate will be there for you. Okay. Thank you so much for coming to Terra Illumination, Taurus. Have a super time. All the best. Okay. And check out all the links. Okay. Check out all the links for fun. Okay. Bye bye.